The community was different in that the community had just been torn down. And about 2/3 of the existing town was demolished to build a cement plant. And the people that were here before us had to decide whether to have their jobs or keep their homes. And the problem was they didn't own their homes because they were built on land that the industry owned. So they had to make a decision to become a different town just before we got here. And I found that the people were in some grief, and I would say even deep grief. Sometimes we think we can only grieve the loss of a loved one. You can grieve the loss of anything that you care about and love. And we didn't understand that because we came and we had lost nothing, and they were here and they had lost almost everything. And we had to learn to understand their history. You cannot move to this valley and put down a stake and only measure time from the time you arrive, because things have happened before you arrived that are really critical and important. And things will happen after you've moved or died that will be critically important to others. But I found the people in town very humble. Jean and I took 3 years off our life and spent 10,000 hours researching a history book for this town. And one thing I found out in going to everyone that was open to their biographies in that book, I found that they were very humble. And I had to convince them that their story would be interesting to others. And they were honestly a bit surprised. Before 1950, I would say that Exshaw was in fact a company town. And I would say that in 1974, when they tore the new plant down, there were many people that retired. Some of them decided to continue to live in the town. Many of them moved. More importantly than that, in 1979, Black Friday occurred in Canmore. And as people retired from their jobs over a period of a few years, the jobs tended to be replaced by people coming off the mines and looking for employment in industry where there were similar duties: quarry work, machine work, processing work, that kind of thing, transportation work. So between 1974 and about 1980, more and more of the staff in our plants were working out of the MD and not from the MD. There was also a technology increase with that 1974. So the people coming in, many of them had skills from NAIT and SAIT and those kinds of places, and sometimes from universities, engineering degrees, etc., that were applicable to these, because this was a jewel in the Canada Cement Lafarge empire. So there were new technologies and people required to occupy those positions. So the level of training and education for the jobs had actually increased as well. Tearing down the houses, building a new plant, retirements, new people coming in, changed our community. And we have never grown back, still, even with the new development, to the population we had before the plant went down. We're still regrowing the population back.